Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today we're in Virginia, and I'm not going to spell the name of this town right. Or pronounce this Catawba?
Catawba, that's right, yeah.
Catawba. We did an all-day workshop here today, and this is Adam. Adam Taylor? Taylor. Yep, I got it right. And Adam, you are the...
I'm the farm manager for Virginia Tech's Catawba Sustainability Center. And we're on a 378-acre farm here in the Catawba Valley, surrounded by the Appalachian Mountains, with McAfee's Knob, Tinker Mountain here, and then Dragon's Tooth, which we won't be able to see.
Which one is Dragon Tooth?
Dragon's Tooth is out this way behind that.
Oh, we can't see it from here.
Adam, you were saying earlier, this mountain range over here, that's one of the most photographed mountains in the Appalachians?
Yeah, the McAfee's Knob there is the most photographed outlook, overlook on the entire Appalachian Trail, which runs from Georgia to Maine.
And is this the ridgeway for that?
This trail, yeah, the trail runs right across this ridge and then continues north over all three of these mountains.
So early on, the settlers, when they moved in down here, there's a hospital, Catawba Hospital's over the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how this farm is associated with that.
So in the early 1900s, this was a contiguous property from this side of the mountain, which is North Mountain, to this side, which is Sawtooth Ridge, and it was part of the tuberculosis sanatorium. So we had a huge tuberculosis outbreak in the early 1900s, and before penicillin, they thought that the best cure for that would be clean mountain air.
Okay.
And so they developed a hospital to treat that, but given the times, there was only an old wagon trail over this mountain for them to bring food in for about 300 patients. And so the early director said, let's take half of the property and make it a farm. And so that's where the beginning of this farm started in 1917. And they milked about 80 dairy cows. They ran a few hundred hogs. They grew all their own vegetables. They grew flowers actually for the patients because they thought it brightened their mood.
I'll be darned.
And then they had egg-laying chickens here. It was all horse-powered, and they made their own butter, their own cheese, and then raw milk to the patients.
That's a pretty neat story.
Yeah, it is.
And that went on, and then fast forward to today, Virginia Tech got a hold of it.
Yes, yeah. Virginia Tech got the property in the 70s. It was our beef research farm for the College of Agriculture and the Animal Science Department. And then they did a lot of feedlot trials and things like that out here, trying to increase the industry standards.
Mm-hmm.
And then they left in the 90s, and it set fallow, and the hay was taken off of it, and so all the nutrients depleted from it. And they tried to sell it after that. So it was almost a prison, and then it was almost a golf course.
Oh my God!
And then the people here in the Catawba Valley lobbied the university to keep it in something agriculture because it preserved the aesthetic of their valley. And so then the Sustainability Center was born out of that in around 2009.
Okay. And you've been here from the start?
Not from the start. I've been here since 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we were on this farm quite a few years ago. It was about your first year that you were here.
That's right, yeah.
They held a agroforestry school.
Right, the North American Agroforestry Conference.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
And this was one of the pasture walks we did. I remember coming on this farm, and the trees in the background, folks, were just little bitty guys. And today, they're pretty good size.
Yeah, 24, 25 foot tall, and we actually can graze cattle underneath them now.
So what's the big deal about the trees and the grazing and the silvopasture and stuff like that? I mean, you've got rows, you've got all different kinds of trees out there.
Yeah, this is a pretty diversified silvopasture. We're looking at a lot of different treatments on, planting density, use of trainer trees, using more bottom swamp kind of trees in upland scenarios. So I think we're running black walnut, black locust, northern red oak, pitch lob, which is a hybrid between a pitch pine and a loblolly. We have some white pines, some shortleaf pines, some tulip poplars, some sycamore, and some bald cypress.
Bald cypress.
Yeah.
You've got some nice looking trees down there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And one of the studies that you did out here, you're on the Chesapeake Bay watershed here.
Yeah, right in the headwater.
Right in the headwater. And so what you did is you did a research study out here showing the effect of trees slowing up was it the phosphorus that was going there?
Yeah, uptaking phosphorus.
Yeah.
That's right. That was on we did a swell system where we would capture runoff from the fields above, dam them, and then created ditches on 2% grade and moved the water across the landscape, and then trees upon the berms of those ditches. And then we were able to determine through monitoring in the water table plus soil moisture availability and leaf moisture availability how much uptake was coming. And I think we determined something about 3 tons of phosphorus per acre on a 9-acre planting.
So this is the grass-fed beef. You got some steers out here.
That's right.
And you're rotating them across this landscape, and they're grazing with the trees. You got some open pasture in here, but you put some water down, so you've got some water lines, and you can rotate the animals. And what are you doing with that beef?
So the beef is part of our what we call the grass-fed beef partnership. We buy from local farms. If they do a stream exclusion, we're paying them a premium price for those steers that we bring here. We run them through our system 18 to 20 months, something like that. And then, in order to see how we're doing, to figure out if can management create a better quality grass-finished beef, we must slaughter them. And so with the beef, we do, sell some to the community, but most of the ones that we sell go to a nonprofit that we partner with in the city of Roanoke. It has a mobile market that goes to low-income neighborhoods that are considered food deserts within the city, and it's sold for them where they can use their EBT SNAP to buy. So it's
which they normally wouldn't be able to buy.
They wouldn't have access to a
or the money,
nutrient-dense, ecologically raised beef.
It's a good program. That's a good program.
Yeah, thank you.
I think of everything, and Virginia Tech's a great university, but for them, I know this is a small piece of Virginia Tech, but for them to have this kind of, backing of this farm and to bring you on and to keep this thing on, I think that's pretty good. And there's a lot of people moving back to the land that need this kind of research that you're doing out here to help them out. And today we had a wonderful crowd.
Yeah, we had around 60 people here today.
Yeah, and you fed them.
Yeah, we fed them. You got to feed people, right?
Yeah.
So Adam, when we were first here, and it was an agroforestry thing, but the land didn't look this good.
Mm-hmm.
So what did it look like, and how has it evolved?
Oh man, the land had been mined for hay. We were pretty much a monocrop of fescue, and really all it took was us putting cattle on the land and managing them correctly, moving them all around, looking at our grasses, understanding what we're doing a lot of stuff that Mr. Judy here talks about, and trying to regenerate the land out here. And we've seen huge success in just 5 years. Look at the pastures and the diversity within them.
Could you have done this without livestock?
Absolutely not. No, livestock was the key.
So they're not destroying the environment?
No, not at all. If they are doing nothing but to enhance it.
So what species we have out here?
A lot.
Oh yeah. Some of them we've sowed, some we've seen come back, but in our cool season forages, we a lot of orchard grass, fescue, 2 types of clover,
dock,
dandelion.
Yeah.
What did we find today? Horse nettle. We found some vetch.
Some sedge.
Some sedge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some timothy.
There's probably 20 or 30 different species of grasses out there.
Yeah.
And you've got some warm season going on.
Yeah, so we do warm season separate, which is big blue stem Indian grass, switchgrass, and then we have a lot of native forbs in there with that, Mexican hat, fleabane, black-eyed Susan, things like that we manage in a different scenario than our cool season grasses. We actually set it on fire and burn it, every 1 to 3 years to kind of keep it healthy.
Well, I just think it's pretty neat that this is a research farm, but you're also using good common sense practices that other small aspiring young farmers can use. And so it's really good information. And Virginia, I know that kind of the purpose of this conference was to maybe encourage farmers in the area that you can put more weight on your animals if you do good animal performance. And that's kind of what the title of my talk was today.
And cut your operating costs.
Exactly,
right? Yeah.
exactly. So the more weight you can put on them with forage and not have to feed them grain, maybe not put them in the feedlot so soon, that's money in your pocket. So Virginia's got a lot of livestock.
Oh yeah.
And I think there's some areas there that we can definitely, y'all can help, improve that.
Yeah, we're trying, and I think that the way the way agriculture is today, and the cell barns, and the way people are doing it on our fragmented land in Virginia, where our acreage is small, people are hungry to learn how to do the stuff that you do and what we're doing out here, and learn more about it to increase their overall livelihood.
How does somebody find out more about what you're doing here? Do you have any social media presence?
We are on Facebook, Catawba Sustainability Center, and a lot of stuff is off our website, which is Catawba, that's CATAWBA .vt.edu.
Okay. So you're planning to hold some more workshops here in the future.
That's right. Yeah, this was the first of what we hope is many grazing series. I know we have a 2-day grazing school coming up, probably in June or July, and then we're inviting Dr. Alan Williams from Understanding Ag. He's going to be here in October, and we'll just keep going from there. See what I'm into, like what the community wants. So if there's somebody that people want to see that we have a hard time getting here in Virginia, then we'll see if we can get them out here.
Well, I think Virginia Tech's got the perfect person in this position. Here's a young fellow. He's got his own farm. You were telling me earlier you're doing pastured turkeys and chickens, and you got some goats and different things going on. And so I think that carries a lot of weight for producers. For somebody that just sits behind a desk and tells you this is the way you should be doing it, it doesn't carry a lot of weight, but you're actually doing some of these things.
That's right. I feel like I get the street cred.
Yeah, there you go. You're one of us. Folks, again, Adam Taylor, check out the website and check out what they're doing out here at, I can never pronounce it, Catawba?
You got it.
All right, Catawba. And check it out, Virginia Tech. Folks, we'll see y'all next time. Hit that subscribe button way out, and we'll see you. Have a good one.